Guys, we got to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, boys. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 has officially released into its beta. And just like every other Call of Duty, we have a situation where the FOMO is at its maximum, and then people log into the game and they realize, oh, it's just another Call of Duty. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. So Pirate Nation ends up making a post that says Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4's beta has already lost half of its Steam player count in 24 hours. The beta reached more than 115,000 concurrent players at its peak. Since then, the player count has dropped by almost half. The Steam reviews currently have mostly negative reviews. And I was like, wait, there's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, the video game that they said that they were going to change the game, it was going to be the biggest thing ever. Call of Duty is back. All the shills with hashtag ad in their bios, in their descriptions, and in their posts, they all told me with utmost honesty that Call of Duty was back. That's what they told me. Well, apparently that's not the case. So when I read this post and I decided to look, and I was like, there's no way that it's actually doing as bad as they claim. Well, then come to find out it actually is as bad as they claim. Not only that, gaming journalists are even joining in on crapping all over Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 by claiming that it's getting backlash over apparently using AI art. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, Call of Duty has been using AI art for a while now. I don't want to sit here and pretend like this is a brand new thing. Call of Duty has been using AI art for a long time. Does nobody remember the fucking zombie Santa Claus that had 6 fingers? Does nobody remember that? That's been for a long time now. Call of Duty also utilized AI art in Black Ops in order to do the profile pictures, where, you know, you can do your calling cards or whatever. A lot of that is AI art. A lot of it was Studio Ghibli style AI art. So I don't know why they continue to bring this up all the time as if this is brand new stuff when they've been doing this for a long time. Call of Duty is facing backlash after players spotted several pieces of in-game artwork that they suspect were created using generative AI. The controversy comes as the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 Early Access multiplayer beta is underway. You know, I don't even think they ever admitted to it. I don't even think they ever admitted to the AI art in the last Call of Duty. I'm almost positive they didn't. I don't think they made a public statement about it. I think they literally just let it come and go in the news cycle, and they completely ignored it. I'm sure they're going to completely ignore this one as well. It says that it was already disclosed that generative AI tools help create some in-game assets. That disclosure has made players especially attentive to the artwork appearing throughout the beta. Activision had previously faced similar criticism surrounding AI-generated or suspected generative content in recent Call of Duty releases, including calling cards and other cosmetic artwork. Infinity Ward has not provided a detailed breakdown of how Gen AI is used in Modern Warfare 4, and they're never going to, by the way. They're never going to. Why would they? Why would they, bro? They're not going to mention a single thing about it. They put it in the disclosure, and that's all they need to do, realistically, for transparency's sake, anyway. Leaving players to identify possible examples themselves. That history has made everything from posters to advertisers part of the wider Call of Duty AI debate. Again, this has been disclosed. This generative AI thing has been disclosed for a while now, for at least a few Call of Duty releases that I could think of off the top of my head. If you're still buying Call of Duty and you supposedly hate AI, I don't really, at this point, I got to find you incompetent. At this point, I got to find you incompetent. If you're buying it on Steam and you're seeing the disclosure has been there for the last like 2 or 3 games now, at this point, I got to think that you're purposely ignoring it just because you want to get mad at the AI. It's like, bro, they've been talking about this for the longest time now. They've been putting this out there for the longest time. But anyway, so Apparently, Call of Duty players are not happy about this, and again, I don't necessarily believe this, not in the grand scale that they're trying to make it seem. But anyway, now that fans have gotten their hands on the beta, several of those images have started circulating online. On Twitter, Danny on PC highlighted environmental artwork featuring illustrated characters that players believe show unusual geometry and inconsistent details, commonly associated with AI generation. Other posts from the same user and from additional fans on Twitter and Reddit highlight gacha machines and posters with similarly unusual artwork. Activision has not confirmed any of these assets as AI generated, so their origins remain uncertain. Still, the images have been enough to put Modern Warfare 4 beta under additional scrutiny. Player reaction has been particularly divided. Critics argue that the franchise's successful Call of Duty should be paying artists to create even relatively minor environmental details. You know what's amazing to me? I don't understand the argument. I don't understand the argument of like AI is bad, but they say like AI is bad because you make money. And because you make money, you should pay for artists instead of utilizing AI. So it's not the argument that AI is bad. It's that AI is only bad if you have money. Whereas if you're broke, then I guess AI is okay. You can use AI or something. Like I never get the consistency in that conversation. But I decided to go check the numbers, and boys, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. 115,000 concurrent players 2 days ago. At the bare minimum, at least that is better than Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Because Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was real bad. But the game now, just 2 days later, is at 46,000 players. 2 days later. A massive tumble. Now, this is Call of Duty, guys. We're talking about 2 days losing more than half of your players in Call of Duty. Even for a beta. Something's weird there. Right? Something's kind of weird there. 34,000 people playing right now. If I were to refresh it, it's even less. 30,000 people playing right now. At the time of when I first got this to refreshing it right now. Right? So then I decided, okay, well, let's go to the best place for content. Let's go to the Steam forums. Let's go to Steam forums. Sadly, the game is reskin trash. Okay, well, let's see. Same engine, gameplay mechanics, time to kill, over-aggressive skill-based matchmaking as Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, and 7. A lot of times you don't even have time to react. The console aim assist versus keyboard and mouse players is so overpowered. Game is so fast. No one plays with LMG or, God forbid, secondary weapons as pistols. The game is trash. Well, to be fair, these are problems that pretty much every single modern, Call of Duty have had. And to also be fair, I'll say this: the aim assist is honestly it's aimbot. Like the aim assist at this point for controllers to make controller players feel like they can actually keep up with keyboard and mouse. The aim assist is literally fucking aimbot, bro. I'm sorry, like it's so overtuned and it's so overpowered. But to be honest with you, a good keyboard and mouse player will still easily be able to handle it. It's not a problem. But for most people that are either just learning keyboard and mouse or maybe they're not as good at it, you're not going to be even close. It's just insane. It's insane. Not only that, the time to kill. I mean, the time to kill has always been quick. It's always been quick in Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a Twitch-style shooter. It's meant to be like that. And yeah, like realistically, the gameplay has always preferred fast weapons, right? That's why people always do fast weapon switch. It's always about being as quick as possible. That's kind of how this game has always been. So if you want something a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, you should probably go with Battlefield. But been a reskin for the last 15 years. That's exactly my point. It's been a reskin this entire game, bro. To sit up here and try to complain that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is a reskin, it's like, brother, where have you been for the last decade? Where have you been with the last decade? 333 of aim-assisted tiers. Overpowered aim assist versus the best sniper in the world's risk. Guess who wins? Me, the best sniper in the entire galaxy. Modern Warfare 4 beta. The game is a few days in beta and already fucked up. Oh my god, bro. This is great. Hackers in the beta? I mean, are you really shocked by that? Call of Duty has had an immense amount of cheating. It's always had cheating problems. I don't understand why people go into these games and expect there not to be cheaters. Activision doesn't care to handle the cheaters. No matter what they say, they don't care. These games have had cheaters for the longest time. And at the end of the day, the hackers that are cheating in the game, they're still customers. They still paid money and they still buy microtransactions. And they want that money. Activision wants that money. They'll sit up here, they'll posture, and they'll pretend like they're going to do something about it and they're going to ban people. But realistically, they're not going to do barely a fucking thing because they want their money. That's what it's about. That's what it's always been about. Goy on Duty, Modern Slothfare 4, Skill-Based Matchmaking Edition. Hold on, I got to read this one. Goy on Duty is crazy. I played the beta and it was terrible. Skill-based matchmaking completely killed the game. The game is absolutely no different from Modern Warfare 19 or 22. If he showed it to someone unfamiliar with the series, they wouldn't even realize it was a different game. I thought Battlefield 6 was bad, but after the Modern Warfare 4 beta, I think Battlefield 6 isn't actually that bad. I think if things keep going this way, the game will be dead in a month, just like what usually happens with recent Call of Duty titles. Well, essentially, the game is dead on arrival. Again, guys, it's like, what are we doing here? We're complaining about the same shit that's been in these Modern Warfare games, Call of Duty games for the longest time. Like at this point, you gotta like, this has to be the definition of insanity. You're doing the same shit over and over and over, and you're expecting different results. You're not gonna get these different results, man. These companies are just incapable of realizing that they are, people want change. They're not gonna give change. There are still enough people that are gonna buy the game, like this guy. This guy's still buying Modern Warfare Call of Duty games, and I guarantee you he's gonna buy the next one. I chose to completely stay away from Call of Duty Black Ops 7. 6 was pretty bad. The moment I saw the trailers and the gameplay and like the weird shit they were doing with Black Ops 7, I'm like, dude, no thanks. No thanks. I literally don't have the game. I did not play the game whatsoever. I checked out at that point. Same thing with Modern Warfare 4. I saw the gameplay for it. I'm like, I'm not going to buy this because the moment I buy this, it's just going to devolve into the same Call of Duty experience I've seen forever. I think I'm at the point for me, like, I'm completely checked out of Call of Duty. If I want to play a first-person shooter, like if I need my fix for first-person shooter, I'm going to go to my classic favorite, which is Counter-Strike. I'm going to go to Counter-Strike. I've been playing Counter-Strike for fucking decades. I'd rather just play that and have the experience that I know I'm looking for versus whatever the fuck this is. I can't stand this game. And good for the people that still enjoy it, but I don't understand the people that complain about the game being the same when we all know that this is never going to change. Taking bets, calling it now, season 2 or whenever, we'll see the return of clown skins and pink unicorn skins. Because guess what? Idiots are willing to buy it. It'll never go away. It'll just show up later than usual. I agree. This is a game that they're swearing. They're swearing, by the way, up and down, that they're never going to do the wild skins. And I'm telling you, if this game is a flop and it does not have the numbers that they're thinking it's going to have, which is looking like it's probably not going to, they're going to revert back so fast. They're going to release those Nicki Minaj skins. They're going to release those Beavis and Butthead skins. It's only a matter of time because they got to make their money somewhere. And God knows they got cannibalized by Game Pass. See, here's the thing. They're trying to see if this game can go back to selling the copies that it used to prior to being cannibalized by Game Pass. Because this game is not going to be on Game Pass, right? They took that away as a benefit to Game Pass. No Call of Duty, right? So if this game does not bring back its sales prior to when it went on Game Pass, and it ends up selling an ungodly amount, less than what it used to, then they're going to bring these skins back. It's only a matter of time. I would pretty much guarantee that at some point. Or at the very least, they're going to start with the weapons. They might do some insane weapons, but they'll keep the skins normal. But then eventually, after the weapons get crazy, then they're going to bring out the crazy skins again. Because they're going to have to. They're going to have to. The whales are going to have to, fund the failure, essentially. So again, guys, looking at the Steam forums, you pretty much get the idea. Look at this, giving up. It's like all these performance problems. The game, look at the reviews, guys. 37.85% positive. The rest of these reviews are negative. This is one of the worst reviewed Call of Duties of all time. Probably the worst reviewed Call of Duty on Steam. As of right now, the only difference is it's a beta, so it doesn't count. Okay, it doesn't count to like any kind of metrics or whatever. But 37.85% is a really bad start for a beta. So they got to figure this shit out, and they got to figure it out quick if they want to figure out how they're going to save this game and save this franchise. Because if we're at the point now where even Modern Warfare is not pulling numbers, then we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. But I just thought that it was pretty damn funny. And the Steam forums, again, if you ever want some comedy, just go to the Steam forums. They're always going to have plenty of comedy for you.